So there is a video that I want to share with you all. It's called Photoshopping Real Women into Cover Models. And I'm going to put the link to the description section of this video. And it's an interesting video. I think it will educate you and show you about where the society has headed, and where its current state is, with modern technology. We're basically living in a world where there's a lot of fake shit out there. It's all over. And people have a mistaken belief that what they see is real when it's not. Another example is with this Lance Armstrong thing. The dude won 7 Tour de France's in a row, and then people were like, accusing him of being on drugs and all that stuff, and he was like denying it all the time. And then the truth came out later on that the whole time he was lying, that that he was on drugs the whole freaking time. And even Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone admitted they were on steroids. So that shit was fake. Because steroids that's not real. There's been those baseball players like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa and all these other, Jose Canseco and all these other baseball players that ended up admitting that they were on steroids. There's been Olympic athletes that been caught on steroids. Alright, this video about the cover models is showing how they're taking like these ugly women and turning them into like supermodels from Photoshop techniques. And that's what they do for these magazines. That's what they do for these movies. I mean, it's just, it's what they're presenting to the public is just not real. It's fake. And people think it's real when it's not. Just like what people think that MMA is real when it's not. People think, oh, this is real stuff, this is real fighting. It's not real fighting. Real fighting is not for entertainment. Real fighting is some is deadly. I mean, you die. I mean, real fighting, you read about it in the newspapers when people, their funerals in a week because they died on the streets. That's real fighting. You know what I mean? All this stuff for entertainment, the WWE, the boxing, the kickboxing, the Muay Thai boxing, the MMA, the wrestling, and that's all fake stuff. But people think it's real, but it's not. You know what I mean? And this video, it shows like how people get deceived. And all these photos that men are lusting over and masturbating to, they're pretty much like masturbating and lusting towards like cartoons, because that's essentially what Photoshop does. It turns the real human being into like a cartoon figure, and we're like falling in love with cartoon figures, things that are not even real. And then we have this vision, this fantasy vision of like thinking that women like that look like this actually exist when they really don't. You know what I mean? Maybe a small few do, but it doesn't last for long, because everyone gets old and they get wrinkles and they get gray hair, they eventually pass away. Like, beauty does not last forever, as far as physical beauty is concerned. And people have been trained and hypnotized by the media to believe that perfection of beauty exists when it does not. So I think this video is very good for everybody to watch and take a look at, and really start to think and contemplate about how this society has trained our minds to think. And I think this is something that we need to fix within ourselves, and we need to learn to see the beauty in realness, opposed to being fixated on a fantasy world.